Hey YouTube, wasn't originally gonna do this, but since everybody else is doing it, and since I need subscribers, I figured I should put up actual useful content for a change. So this is gonna be my 2013 March Banlist prediction video. Okay, let's jump into it. First off, these are past three lists from the previous formats. Um, I'm not gonna read everything off, but I mean it's here, so you can read it. I'm gonna go through and point out some things, like why Konami did what they did. Um, Fishwork Blaster, it was an OTK enabler, Mindmaster FTK enabler. It actually, when it came out, or when it got banned, we didn't have the card yet. I believe it's the Gusto card that makes an FTK with Exodia, so, because Mindmaster lets you draw, and the Gusto card gets Mindmaster, so. And then Giant Trunade, because we got MSTs and Heavy Storm back Earl Oppression, because at the time, um, Xyz had just came out. So you can't really push the sell of Ixie monsters if you're having something already that's gonna shut them down, because all Ixies need to special summon to get there. So yeah, BOS, no idea why they brought it back. Formula and all the other parts of the plant synchron deck, and that's why they're there. Six Samurai, again overpowered. They were topping everything, so bring it down. Um, they gave it back Primal Seed, or not? They Primal Seed to one because they gave it BOS. Um, DeLorean, Necrogardener, because Lightsworn are dead. Same thing with Trag, Lightsworns were dead. Um, Destiny Draw, they're dead. Call the Haunted won't do anything. Judgment Dragon, Lightsworns are dead. MST, because they took away Giant Trunade, so they gave us more back row hate. Icarus Attack, because Blackwings have been dead for quite a while, so. Gravity Bind, because with the new Ixie support, Ixies don't get affected by Gravity Bind or Limit Area B, which is in the next list. So they figured kick it up to 3. It would help boost cells because they can side that in. If you're an Ixie heavy player, then side in Gravity Bind, then you shut down everybody else still using Synchros. So they're trying to cut out Synchros as much as possible. Going into March, yeah, they took out the main Synchro engine, which is the Plan engine. So they took out Spore completely, Glow Bulb, all those out. Trap Dust Shoot because it gave you too much advantage being able to see your opponent's entire hand. Um, then you had Striker and Striker and Earth going to 1 because at the time agents were pretty much the top deck. The thing is, Striker, because in OCG they didn't have Tour Guide at the time, so what they were doing was doing the TG build, and Striker would run a main tuners and a main searcher, so they kicked it down to 1. And it never came back. So that's in my list later on. Going on, Lumina, Marshmallow didn't do anything. So, and Lightsworns were still dead. Tengu, it was overpowered to begin with, so kicking it down to 2 wasn't irrational. Limit Area B, again, helping out Ixie players. Shen Smoke Signal, trying to still slow down 6 Sams, because they were still doing great. Trencher Ultimate Offering because, again, OTK enabler with gadgets and stuff. So moving on, September, this is our current format. This is what I actually really liked. This was a great format, everybody, in case y'all didn't know, or I don't know, people might disagree, but I felt it was pretty decently balanced. You saw a lot of decks being played. It didn't shut out anything. Well, of course, like the old decks didn't come back, but it didn't shut out most of the new stuff. So let's start off. First off, Brio I thought was great. In September, they didn't have Abyss Rising in Japan or here, so the anticipation of Abyss Rising coming out led to Brio being banned. Imagine Brio with all the Dragoons and all the other shit that get discarded, and Brio would be amazing. So in anticipation, they banned that ahead of time, which I'll get into that later because it fuels some of my other theories about what being banned. Future Fusion Dragons were being amazing. Same thing with Chaos Sorcerer. Um, Goose Kraken, it started a hand loop, or started a loop that knocked out your hand, so they had to get rid of it, or take it down to 1. Dragonfly Hornet, it made the deck less, like, sacky, so now it's still playable, it's still good, it's just not as sacky as it was. It takes a little bit more skill to play it. Red MD, same thing. Dragon Spores, they killed off the plant engine, so they decided to give us something back. Tsukiyomi, it wasn't doing anything, not hurting anybody. Zen Mighty, again, a hand loop that knocked out your hand, or a loop that knocked out your hand. Ultimate Offering, OTKs, so they knocked it down to one. Blackwing won't do anything, give us Kaloot. Rescue Rabbit, um, again, the top deck from that format, or the past format, was Dino Rabbit. Slow it down a little bit, take out Rescue Rabbit, see what happens. Same thing with Tour Guide. Tour Guide, OCG got it, they played with it, and then they took it away. Hero Lives, Emergency Call. Heroes were doing great in OCG, they had tons of OTK potential, so they knocked those two down. Duality, it was a general hit. Heroic Seal of Convocation, I have no idea why. I don't really care, I don't play Heroics. Duality, I already said. Necrogardener, again, wasn't doing anything. The only decks that actually played it is Lightsworn. So, and then D-Draw, E-Telly, Limit Area B, although the other cards didn't do anything previously when they had it at 2, so why not bring it to 3? Alright, moving on. The actual ban list part. I only had 3 cards here. So, let's start off. Black Luster Soldier. 1, it's too easy to bring out. It's too easy to revive. It's ridiculously overpowered. It can banish face-down cards. Another thing, again, going with the anticipation part, it is a light. It's a light monster. It's a light monster. And the set after Tachyon Galaxy is light based. So if there's any support in there that's gonna make this guy even better, I hope they get rid of him now. Card destruction. Yes, it is very good with what is it? What the hell is it? Dark World. Yeah. But there's also an OTK that uses this with the Gishis. So take this out and it stops that. Gateway. Gateway is overpowered as it is. You have 3 different effects from summoning a monster. And the Bushido counters are interchangeable between all the cards. It's retarded how good this is. It needs to be gone. And there's also an OTK that's uses Evil Sworn and whatever the hell these guys are. 6 Samurai. So get rid of it. Again, it's overpowered. So I mean, it's the fucking Rhoda and everything else you need it to be. Limited. Rescue Rabbit. Rescue Rabbit's running wild in Japan with the Evil Sworn, and Evil Sworns are going to be great when they come out. And if Rescue Rabbit's still here, or still at 2, it's going to be even better. So, I mean, slow it down. His decks will still be playable with 1. You can search it out. We'll still have Singin. Well, I didn't put Singin in the list, but I'm assuming we still have Singin. So, number 2, Genix Undyne. I'm a little bit on the fence about this one just because it does make you put at least 2 well, pretty much useless cards in your deck. I mean, they're not horrible. The Genix controllers are not horrible, but they're by no means good. So, yeah, that's why I'm a little bit on the fence. If I see it going down to 1, just because it could ditch anything. And again, with Dragoon, I figured that would go down to 1 because the ability to search anything in the entire deck, including Mulan Glaciers, to your hand, it's retarded. You're getting a 2800 beater who's easy to bring out. Not only that, he drops 2 cards from the hand. So, I find that extremely too overpowered. And again, you're also fueling your graveyard with both, so. Alright, moving on. Wind Up Magician. Yeah, everybody's Wind Up Magician, Wind Up Shark, Wind Up Factory. Really, all you have to do is hit Magician. That stops first turn Shockmaster, or doesn't stop, well, makes it harder to get. Yeah, I mean, you can't take out Shark. Shark is what makes the deck playable. So it makes it Ixie and easy. It makes you actually be able to do stuff. So I don't see that going out to, well, I won't say it going down to 1. But, and again, they just got it in OCG. And they got that in Tour Guide. And before those 2, this deck wasn't seeing any play over there. So I don't see Shark going down, but I do see Magician going to 1. Fire Formation Tenki. I know it's relatively new, but the fact that it's a Rhoda and it boosts your attack and it can be played in any beast type of deck, yeah, I mean, more than likely it'll probably go to 2 if anything, but still, there's always hope. Snow. This is Rhoda, Stratos, whatever you want it to be, you know, drop it, search for anything Dark World related. So I mean, the fucking Rhoda, the Stratos, it's the fuck at the field card thing that grabs it. Terraforming. It's too good, so I say take it to 1. Evil Sworn Orpheon. This guy is what's gonna make Evil Sworn extremely great. I mean, with this and the spell card that works like a Forbidden Lance, basically indestructible, and he stops level 5s from being special summoned. He's already at 2500, so I really don't see this guy sticking at 3. It makes the deck too great, and this guy's so easy to get out. Gen X Ally Birdman. People are like, what? But there is an OTK with this guy. It's with him and Blast Fan. It's him, Blast Fan, and the Mist Valley field card. But basically, you go him with Blast Fan over and over again, bouncing each other back with the Mist Valley card, and you keep synchroing for what's her face? That chick, the dragon, Ancient Fairy Dragon. But yeah, you keep synchroing, you keep blowing up your field card, getting another field card, doing it over and over until you end up with a Future Fusion on board. Or not Future Fusion, I'm sorry. Fusion Gate. And then from there you sync, or not synchro, fuse into, I forgot his name. It's the fire guy who inflicts damage when he's brought to the field. But yeah, so, and you can OTK, we could think it does like 3000 damage each time that it brought to the field, so and you could do it 3 different times in one turn. It's ridiculous, so I see Birdman going to 1 just to stop that. Semi-limit list. Factory. I don't see it going to 1. I mean, yeah, it's really good, but I don't think they're going to kill off an entire deck, especially one that utilizes so many Xyz. I mean, without it, there's like no other deck who hits this many Xyz. I mean, you don't even have any synchros in there. It's all Xyz. Black Whirlwind I see going to 2, just because if they keep Wind Up Factory at 2, I see Whirlwind going to 2. I wanted to put Gale on the list. I'm still kind of on the fence. I didn't put it in here, just so you guys know, but I would say I'm about had a 75% chance of coming back. I still think Black Whirlwind will come back before it, but I mean, there's always hope still. Moving on, Spellbook of Secrets. Yeah, I don't see anybody else's list with spellbooks anywhere on there. But again, in anticipation, if that new spellbook card that lets you, this quick play, that let you activate all these spellbooks and get them all back to your hand or whatever, if that card stays the way it is, like if the text isn't changed, that's amazingly good. So I don't think they would make a deck that overpowered. And if they did, they need to hit this at least. Stop the searching so much. I mean, take it down to 2 or 1. I wouldn't mind. I mean, and I play Spellbooks. Spellbooks is my main deck right now. But it really does need to go because it's too overpowered with that card when it comes out. Like right now, it's good. But once that card comes out, it's going to be too good. And yeah, enough on that. Rekindling. I don't know. I was on the fence on this one going to 2 or 1. I mean, a lot of decks, well, nowadays, now with the fire stuff that just came out, the new set that comes out on Friday or whatever. I don't know. The new structure deck. I mean, there's a lot of 200 guys in there, so rekindling would help with them. Lavos, we all know what Lavos can do, yes, but that's one play. And yeah, what's his face? Quasar is amazingly good. Don't get me wrong, but without rekindling, that deck sucks. So I don't know. I'm on the fence still. They might kill it off, even though it didn't even start. Going on Hyperion. Hyperion. He's been around forever, and I think it's time for him to go. His summoning condition's way too easy. His effect is like amazing. I mean, everybody's been saying it's supposed to go down for a while, and it hasn't. So I figure now would be the time to do it. Judgment Dragon. That's another reason for Hyperion, but again, with the light set being coming out, I have no idea what's in there, so I'm just putting these in there as speculation of what's in there. If there's any support for light, Judgment Dragon needs to go down to 2 or 1. Again, if there's something in there to make this guy even better, that sucks. I mean, imagine if there's a light sworn tuner in there, or something that helps him Ixie faster, that sucks even more. So, yeah. I see him going down to 2 or 1, especially since these two are both light. Moving on, Valor. Valor, I feel, will go down to 2, just because it's splashable in every deck. And, I mean, technically, you could put it in there and call any deck Chaos because of it. You can fucking throw him in, and then do Chaos Sorcerers or BOS at this point. So, and since they released Breakthrough Skill, if they want to push that card, Veiler would have to go. I mean, that's my justification for it, but again, Chaos Sorcerer I see coming back to 2, especially if BOS goes. Mizuki, no idea why he hasn't come back yet. He's not that good, especially nowadays. Most of zombies, when they synchro, it's a 4 and a level 2. And we don't have that many synchros that are level 6 anymore, at least not decent. I mean, we have Iron Chain Dragon, Gaia, and actually I think that's it. And of course, like their individual synchros, like the zombie synchros, but that's pretty much it. So I don't know why Mizuki hasn't come back yet, but I'm pretty sure he'll come back this time. Bestiari. Gladiator Beast aren't seeing any kind of play. They're really slow. Bestiari, I assume, would speed it up a little bit, or just enough maybe to get back in the meta. But at this point, I don't think it would hurt to even bring it back, so. And then Striker, I'm pretty sure is coming back. Everybody else is saying it. I'm saying it because it doesn't do anything anymore. Gear Frame, after your Stratos, Gear Frame do pretty much the same thing. And this dude, once Tin Plate Goldfish comes out over here, Mechanos are going to be even better than what they are now. Like right now they're good with Gear Gears, but once Tin Plate Goldfish come out, it's going to be that much better. And lastly, I think this is my last one, Beckoning Light. Again, in anticipation for that new light stuff coming out. I see this going down. Just because if whatever's in that set is like a whole archetype dedicated to light monsters, Beckoning Light probably would be overpowered in it just because it recycles everything. And that's the end of the list, you guys. So, leave comments down below, discuss it, let me know, tell me if you guys have a problem with it, message me, I'll talk about it. Tell me your guys' opinions, leave stuff below, comment, talk amongst yourselves, and that's it, you guys.